Heartland of India, Vrindavan stands as a timeless beacon of devotion and culture. At its core, the vibrant Chatikara Road serves as a vital artery connecting pilgrims with the city's most revered temples. This strategic corridor, pulsating with commerce and faith, now sets stage for a revolutionary new concept in experiential retail, presenting Krishna Bhumi Arcade, India's first religious cultural mall.
This pioneering venture doesn't just redefine the fusion of spirituality and modern commerce, it provides a much-needed solution for the millions of devotees who face challenges in their quest for deity gods. Strategically positioned on Chatikara Road's Krishna Bhumi Arcade stands as a convergence of Vrindavan's holiest sites. The majestic Chandrodaya temple, the ornate Prem Mandir and the historic Banke Bihari temple. Given the heavy rush and overwhelming foot traffic Vrindavan now witnesses, the legacy shopping experience has become increasingly cumbersome. Krishna Bhumi Arcade addresses this problem by offering a modern, organized and serene environment, transforming the pilgrimage journey into a smoother and more spiritual experience. Krishna Bhumi Arcade curates a thoughtful selection of retail categories, each resonating with spiritual essence of Vrindavan. Abhushan and Shringar, an opulent array of divine jewelry and sacred adornments, meticulously designed to enhance the beauty of both deities and devotees. Poshak, a breathtaking collection of masterfully crafted attire where each piece radiates devotion and splendor. Dharmik Pustak, a vast treasure trove of sacred religious texts and scriptures offering timeless wisdom and spiritual enlightenment. Prasad, sanctified offerings from Vrindavan's holiest temples, each imbued with divine essence, bringing the sacred blessings and the spiritual. Essence, premium incense and aromatic products designed to transform the worship experience, filling every space with a profound aura of sanctity. Art and culture, a vibrant celebration of Vrindavan's rich artistic heritage and cultural legacy. From intricately carved idols to mesmerizing paintings, every piece narrates the story of a land deeply steeped in spirituality and cultural brilliance. Travel and Tourism Desk, a dedicated service for pilgrims offering expert guidance, personalized itineraries, and insider knowledge in exploring the divine temples, historical landmarks, and serene landscapes of Vrindavan. This carefully crafted blend of traditional and contemporary offerings ensures that Krishna Bhumi Arcade becomes not just a shopping destination, but a holistic experience that honors and celebrates India's rich spiritual heritage. This magnificent project is brought to life by Infinity Group, a visionary leader in India's real estate arena, acclaimed for its groundbreaking green building initiatives and its pivotal role in shaping the IT revolution in Eastern India.
Namaste, I'm Manisha Nair Dhawan. Today we are in the serene land of Lord Krishna, Vrindavan, and I'm joined by Mr. Ravi Shankar, the Chief Marketing Officer of the Infinity Group, a company that has unveiled a path-breaking concept in the realm of modern commercial real estate. Mr. Shankar, thank you so much for joining us on the show and welcome.
Radhe Radhe. I welcome you on behalf of Infinity Group and Krishna Bhumi to Holy Land of Vrindavan. And I really welcome and thank you and your viewers, NDTV, for giving us this opportunity to showcase and talk about our project Krishna Bhumi Arcade.
The Infinity Group is synonymous with visionary thinking and transformative projects. And your Krishna Bhumi project here in Vrindavan has a premium placement. So do you think that the Krishna Bhumi Arcade extends or is a continuum of your visionary thought leadership position in Vrindavan?
Infinity as a group ventured into real estate under the able leadership of our chairman, Sri Ravindra in 1996. When we built the first smart intelligent building, IT building in Calcutta, east of India, by the name of Infinity Think Tank, followed by our second development, which was Infinity Benchmark, that was credited as the second platinum rated LEED certified green building outside US and 7th in the world. We have delivered around 5.5 million square feet of green space, and around 4.5 million square feet is under development. So if you look at the whole spectrum of development, we have never done run-of-mill kind of projects. We have always done out-of-box, marquee kind of projects. And Krishna Bhumi as a project, if you talk in totality, has again been of a similar nature and kind. An extended brand of Krishna Bhumi is Krishna Bhumi Arcade, which we are planning now as a commercial development. And this is also in the same with the same thought process, where we are aiming to bring in a new concept to the holy land of Vrindavan, which can serve to the requirement and needs of the visitors as well as businesses of Vrindavan.
That's some interesting news breaking. Would you say that your Krishna Bhumi Arcade is a category breaker, the first of its kind religious cultural mall in India?
Yes, indeed. So basically, Krishna Bhumi Arcade is another marquee project of Infinity Group. And when we planned and we thought of designing and developing a commercial mall here in Vrindavan, we did a lot of brainstorming. We went to our drawing board, and eventually we realized that we should come up with something which solves the problem of the devotees and the visitors who are coming to the Vrindavan. And at the same time, also it provides a solution to the existing businesses of Vrindavan. You know, curating a kind of commercial space which can bring in some difference to the commercial spaces which has been conventionally there in the Vrindavan. And that's how we arrived at you know, the idea of coming up with the first, India's first religious and cultural product mall in Vrindavan. If you look at the current state of the commercial development in Vrindavan, the legacy development has historically grown, and it is mostly populated around the temples, which has now become non-accessible, non-motorable, and they are into the small lanes and by lanes of Vrindavan. So naturally, a vast population which comes to Vrindavan looks forward to have a more organized experience center kind of a space where they can have one at one place. And that's how the idea of one-stop divinity shop came in, that how we can provide the array of products and shopping experience to all the visitors of Vrindavan under one roof at one place with all modern amenities intact.
I really like that one-stop divinity shop concept that you have. Do you think the Krishna Bhumi Arcade redefines the relationship between faith and commerce in India's real estate?
It's a very interesting question which you have posed. If you look at the history of the tourism in India, you will see that historically Indian population has been traveling for the religious regions. It all started as a pilgrimage, which we call as a Tirth Yatra. Eventually in the recent past, that was taken over by the pleasure tourism, by which you see the pleasure destinations like Goa and all coming up. In the recent past, that wheel has turned back, I think. If you look at the numbers, Goa has approx a million and over, 10 million of the visitors who come annually. If you talk about Mathura, then we have 7 crore of footfall annually speaking. So there is a huge inflow of the tourists now heading towards the tourism destinations which are of religious and cultural nature. And this certainly gives an opportunity for a new kind of economic activity at these places. And hence, of course, you need to restructure and realign the old paraphernalia and the infrastructure of these legacy places. And that's how we conceptualized of coming up with something which is more structured, more organized, and provide a solution not only to the visitors, even to the business community of the local business community, and which can generate employment and so on and so forth. The other part is that Infinity as a group always have been working with a profit with purpose, you know. So that is another dimension to it. And when we are developing something of this nature in Vrindavan, we are very careful that anything which we develop should contribute to the religio-cultural core of the place, which is Vrindavan Dham. And developing a commercial project is in the same thought process, wherein it should contribute to the primary religio-cultural ethics and the cultural space in which we are operating. So if you look at Vrindavan, it is all evolved and revolved around the seva. So all the places in Vrindavan which has developed, that has developed along doing some or other Thakur seva or seva for Krishna. So this in turn also is an extension of that seva, that those devotees who look forward to give the best offering to their Lord, how they can provide it under one roof, how they can get it under one roof, you know. And that's how this concept, I think, is the right mixture for what you said, commerce and religion, right?
Right. And of course that the locals are already doing this business. You're just giving them a platform, a more comprehensive platform to do this.
Indeed, yes. And also expanding to that. So it's not just about providing an opportunity for the local shopkeepers, rather the national and international brands can also get an opportunity to showcase themselves over here.
That's some really interesting thoughts coming in through. We'll take a short break now, but we'll be back with this conversation. Stay tuned. Mr. Shankar, with the Krishna Bhumi Arcade located at the heart of Vrindavan, within near proximity of all the major temples, how does this elevate the spiritual experience of the pilgrims visiting the temples?
So as you rightly said, that we are very strategically located. If you look at it, at one end we have Char Dham coming temple, which is current Vaishno Mata Mandir. Hardly 10 minutes away is the most revered Prem Mandir over here. Ahead of Prem Mandir is ISKCON. We are in neighborhood to the upcoming tallest temple of the world. Rest of the temples of Vrindavan are also at a very commutable distance. So yes, this location is very strategic. The question which you asked, that how it's going to add to the spiritual experience, please understand that even though the visitors who are coming over here are coming for their religio-cultural spiritual experiences, howsoever, in every tourism experiences, shopping, prasadam, eateries, these constitute as well a very important ingredient and part to give a holistic experience for a visitor. So at the moment, though the places are there, but as I said earlier as well, that those places have become non-commutable. So the old age people don't get, are not very comfortable visiting those places. So since this is a place which is having ample parking, it is well connected, it is at a very commutable distance. So all those visitors, after their temple visit or DT visit, wherever they have come to visit for, once they come to this place, they will rather have all those experiences which they expect from a tourism experience, a religio-cultural tourism experience. In addition to it, you also need to see the buying itinerary or the buying requirement of people who are visiting to Vrindavan. So if somebody comes to Vrindavan, he looks forward to buy something which is to do with Laddu Gopal, Thakur ke Poshak and all those kind of stuff. And since they will be getting all of it under one roof, that will be more so ever a reason for them to come to this place.
What are the challenges that you face in developing a concept where you have to balance religious sensitivity and commercial elements?
So there is a tone and color of Vrindavan. Vrindavan is quite different from the other metropolitan cities and other places. So you have posed a very right question. But since we have been experiencing this place since last 10 years, we have been developing Krishna Bhumi project. from the days of its inception. So we are pretty aware with the requirement and the need of this place. So it was not very difficult for us to come up to an idea which actually solves the problem of Vrindavan, you know. So that way this category evolved, which we just spoke about. Other than that, while for other places a standard format of retail having orientation of shops along with cinema halls, etc., other recreational activities, etc., may make some sense. But if we talk about Vrindavan, I think that this is the best fit solution, and this serves as a solution for the existing business owners of Vrindavan, and this also serves as the right fit solution for the visitors of Vrindavan, which we just spoke about. So for a religio-cultural product mall in Vrindavan, and first in India, I think it is just a beginning, and you will see in times to come that this idea is going to further expand and multiply, because apparently this trend of religious tourism and the number of tourists coming to the religious places is visible to other religious locations also. You talk about Kashi, you talk about Ayodhya, and so on. Yes, yes. So I think that this was the requirement. A new concept was needed in this category, because eventually, even though you are traveling for the religious regions or for your faith or devotion, you still need these places where you can have all of it at one place. And this is the time when we have come up with it, and we believe that this will further grow and multiply.
But Mr. Shankar, it also has to make commercial sense, right? Most of the footfall happens in old Vrindavan. Are you confident of getting most or similar kind of footfall in your
You have
arcade?
posed really a very nice question, because in commerce or in retail, footfall is something which is a very key component, and we have understood and we have addressed it in a very rightful manner, in a sense that we are a 40-acre of development. If you talk about our own residential projects, we have recently delivered 850 of our apartments and villas in Krishna Bhumi, which is phase 1. Eventually in phase 2 and phase 3 we are coming up with the more apartments. Our neighborhood is Vrindavan Chandrodaya Mandir, as you know, upcoming tallest temple of the world. Even there they have residential units, and most of these units are going to be operated and used as a Airbnb unit. So you have a captive audience of around 25 to 30,000 people, which will be residing in this campus or the adjacent campus. Other than that, if you look at the immediate neighborhood, which is Char Dham temple, and on the other side you have Prem Mandir. So all the crowd which will come to Prem Mandir will go to Char Dham temple, because that is also a state-of-art development coming up, and vice versa. So we are expecting around 40 to 50,000 of a latent population. Plus, other than that, the tallest temple of the world, you can understand what kind of traction it will build. So naturally there will be a footfall over there. Now if you look at the old Vrindavan and the shops, they are surviving upon, if those lanes operate on a highest capacity, the footfall from morning till evening will be around 25,000 people, 30,000 people at best. So against 30,000 you have a kind of assured footfall of pedestrian population of around 50 to 60,000 people. So naturally, if you compare it, you are on a double opportunity compared to old Vrindavan, and that too in a bit organized manner, a structured manner, where you have parking facility, where you have air conditioned mall with all kind of shopping experiences. So I believe that commerce is nowhere a problem over here, footfall is nowhere a problem over here.
That's great. It sounds like a win-win. But let's talk about the Krishna Bhumi Arcade. Can you tell us what are its unique features or offerings that sets it apart from other malls?
Well, so first and foremost, the concept which we just spoke of, that we are catering to a very specific kind of requirement, which we understand and we think that is the requirement of majority of the population which is coming to Vrindavan Dham. Other than that, it's a well curated, well structured mall. It's approx 2 lakh square feet of total built up space we are talking about. Having a sufficient parking space, because parking is one of the key problem in Vrindavan. Fortunately, our adjoining development, which is a temple, Vrindavan Chandrodaya Mandir, they will also have an ample parking. And this particular project is designed and fortunately placed in such a manner that here not only the holistic experience and a shopping experience will be given to all the visitors coming to this place, rather their comfort will also not be compromised, which is most important in current times.
That's amazing. Can you give us an idea of what kind of brands or what kind of stores will be present in this mall, and what can buyers look forward to?
So as I foresee, because we have just started it, that this is a perfect example of glocal, and the term glocal means that global and local both. The very concept will invite and attract the global brands which are operational out there, the big brands like Fab India, etc., who are into the ethnic clothing, etc. So they will find an opportunity to be here. In the realm of essence and incense sticks, etc. So everything and anything which is to do with the puja samagri, anything and everything which is to do with the indigenous, your curative medicines, be it Ayurveda, etc. More to do with the Poshak, Laddu Gopal. Vrindavan has got a very rich culture and heritage of culture, the paintings of Vrindavan, the idols of Vrindavan, they are very important for the people who are visiting over here. So the idea is to showcase the global brands as well as to provide an opportunity for the local shopkeepers who are right now positioned into the lanes and bylanes of Vrindavan come at this place. So it will be a kind of opportunity for them where they can showcase their product, as well as for visitors. Of course, it's a new kind of shopping experience which every visitor will get across.
Great. And as a last question, what are your long-term plans for Krishna Bhumi Arcade? How do you see your legacy continue here in Vrindavan?
So as I said in the beginning, that Infinity as a group has always been working upon the innovation, and we want to continue that signature with this project. Krishna Bhumi Arcade, not only the first religious and cultural product mall physically speaking, the idea is also to create a digital space wherein we will have our own trading platform, from where all the religious and cultural product which you will be seeing physically over here can be made online as well, and it will be complementing to the business. So the idea is that first and foremost to make it successful in Vrindavan, to give it a digital dimension as well, because there is a great necessity in day-to-day life of everybody who consumes cultural products, who consumes religious products, so to provide them, and secondly also to figure out an opportunity at other religious and cultural locations and coming up with the similar kind of concept and development in those places.
Thank you so much, Mr. Shankar, for speaking with us. Thank you for your valuable time and this insightful conversation. With that, we come to the end of this episode. Stay tuned, we'll be back with another marvel.